Hello everyone, welcome to the Cardiff Fan TV channel. So everything I say will be amazing because obviously anything Cardiff City is awesome. Of course, you can ask me any question throughout this podcast. This podcast is, of course, only YouTube, but this podcast is to do with everything Cardiff City and everything, of course, more to do with promotion for Cardiff City. And it is going to be awesome because I think Cardiff is going to be one of the promotion favourites for the Prem. So the score prediction, I will do that a bit later on in the podcast, but hang on a sec because I got to do a few more stuff, like obviously the great draw we had against Sheffield United. Sheffield United, of course, are going for playoffs as well, so I think that is going to be pretty awesome to figure out if they will go to the Prem, obviously. But their first season is pretty good, Sheffield United's, and punching a bit over their weight, of course. And I think, personally, they can and will get the promotion playoffs. Don't know why I say promotion playoffs, but it's the playoffs. I doubt they will win the playoffs because you've got Fulham, Villa, and both Derby and Borough who are shaking at the moment. But so of course this is Cardiff Fan TV. Ask any question. As our great King Blooper says, asking for a prediction. So a bit further later on that will be. But yes, all the likes and all that will is of course welcome. I think that Cardiff will have a good team out tomorrow. I think that Cardiff will win tomorrow against Wolves. And I'll let you know why they will win, because they know that the loads of fans coming downtown to see the Bluebirds play, and they would want to put a show on for them and to prove to Warnock that we are not here just for the occasion. We are here for promotion. And I think that promotion race will be really big. If we win that, we got two things so glad to think of. So if we win that, we beat them Wolves. So that could mean great news later on in the season, but great news now, because I think that obviously Cardiff will win 2-1 to Cardiff City. Yes, I'm saying that. 2-1 to the Bluebirds. The Bluebirds will win 2-1, of course. Of course, the Bluebirds are stronger than when they played Wolves earlier on in the season. That people say that Wolves obviously got the great players they have, but I think there's some report, by the way, that Wolves definitely are tired after their win against, I believe it was against, Borough they won against on the weekend. They won against, who was it now? They won against, that's gonna eat me away. I'm just checking up here now. They drew actually to Hull. They drew to Hull. So it is going to be a tight game for both teams of Cardiff and Wolves, but I think are stronger than away, of course, and I think that things could easily go wrong for Cardiff in that match, but I think things could easily go wrong for Wolves. I mean, think that Wolves could get a red card, and that would get the fans going. And I think that, of course, Cardiff will have a good squad, of course. And I think 2-1 is a good result for Cardiff. Going on to Villa, which is going to be equally tough because they are wanting to go as well to that second spot or just overtake Fulham in the race. But yeah, I think that Villa is going to be an interesting task, and Wolves is tougher, but I think that there's loads of hype of the game. That's probably why people are on edge. But anything can happen. A red card could happen at home. We haven't had a red card at home for a while. How about one of the red cards for Wolves? I mean, anything happened in that match that I think will be interesting, and I think will be really fascinating to see. Of course, I will be going there. I go to every home game in Cardiff City, so I myself will be going to see Cardiff, of course, beat Wolves. So with that said, the fixtures for Wolves, by the way, are against us, home to Derby, obviously home to Birmingham, Bolton away, Sheffield Wednesday at home, Sunderland away. So I think they got, after us and Derby, I think they got an easy-ish run-in. I think the easiest run-in people have been talking about has been Fulham. But, they got Millwall, Fulham, eventually, and I think Wolves have got Villa again. I'm not sure. No, they haven't got Villa. Yeah, so forget that. Scrap that. So I think that going to be a good match against Wolves. And so the injury list for Cardiff going into this match is okay. It's not as bad as before. We're probably in a similar position to Wolves, as obviously Wolves got a couple of tough games as well, and we got the biggest game of the season against Wolves and Villa. I mean, I don't want to be too optimistic and too really geared up. Well, obviously I'm geared up, but I don't want to say that we're going to thrash someone, because if we don't, it's a bit of a karma thing, innit? So, of course, you can all send in your questions, of course, and I can answer them whenever you want me to in the stream. I'm thinking of going in the stream on the 20-minute mark, so I hope you all enjoy that. So the injury list, Rousey is doing okay. He's running on the pitch and fields and all that jazz, so he's doing okay. I doubt he might feature on the bench, but I doubt he will start up again. So I think the squad for Wolves is going to be an interesting thing, because the squad against Wolves is it's going to have to be robust. It's going to have to, because Wolves have to play ticky-tacky football. They play like Barcelona. And so Barcelona, of course, is way beyond Fulham's reach and obviously Wolves. But, I have a bit of a theory of why like the EFL don't like Cardiff, because we're Welsh, because the team that the EFL care for the most is basically Wolves, Villa and Derby and Fulham. So I think that because a big game will happen on the weekend as well, when Fulham face Sheffield Wednesday. Now, Sheffield Wednesday is a big game in itself, and yes, it is a big game. Perhaps the biggest, because as much as Cardiff's form and all that go, I think the big game for Fulham will be against, of course, against Sheffield Wednesday, and they play Sheffield Wednesday, of course, on the weekend. So I think that it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because, one, Fulham's got like 2 tough games like throughout now till the end. So I think Fulham could draw against Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday, of course, at home, and yes, it's going to be a good game with that, because of course Fulham's winnable streak will have to end eventually, and I think that even if Fulham go on to win every game, they will not have enough games to catch Cardiff. That's what I think anyway. I think as long as Cardiff keep on drawing or winning, then I think Fulham will run out of games to beat us to second place. I think big games are coming up for everyone, really. I think that, of course, we have got loads and loads of tough matches, but we have got some easy matches like Nottingham Forest. I mean, Lee Tomlin, let's be fair, he ain't going to play against us, but we are home after, I think that's before Derby or after Derby. Let's just check here. Yes, I think that before Derby we play them. So yeah, if we can get about, I would like to say 3 or 4 wins in our last fixtures, and obviously Fulham ain't gonna win every game. Let's be fair. They're gonna do really well, and yes, I think it's gonna be interesting to figure out what will happen, because it's gonna be one of the biggest matches, I think, this season. And yes, so big games are on the way for everyone, really, but definitely Cardiff got the biggest. They have got huge matches on now. So I hope that everything is going well for the Bluebirds. Obviously, I am a Bluebird myself. So yes. So please come down. If I am always saying that I will do interviews with fans. So if you ever want to, if you see me, just tap my shoulder and just say, "Oh, can I have an interview?" Then I'll let you have an interview. Obviously, I am a bit, shy, but if you just tap me, if you see me and ask for an interview, then I will do an interview. So that's that. I will be there tomorrow for the biggest game of Cardiff City's life. Definitely in previous seasons. So I think this promotion push is better, arguably better, than Malky Mackay's one, because Malky Mackay's one, let's be fair, we only drew and won 1-0 or 1-1 going into the biggest end of the season. Obviously, Malky Mackay has not got the job he wanted after, but yeah, I think that this squad is better than Malky Mackay's. I'm just going to say that. By the way, we got 4 minutes if you want to ask any question you want. So I hope you enjoy asking questions, because my knowledge for Cardiff goes all the way back to the early 2000s. And yes, it is going to be epic. Obviously, let's talk about the past, how great Cardiff used to be, because Cardiff used to be one of the best teams in the world. They had Kavanagh, they had Earnshaw, they had Peter Thorne, they had Jason Kumas, they had Michael Chopra, they had Bothroyd, they had Bellamy, yeah. And they had Robert Earnshaw. No, I said that. Bellamy. You can forget, though. Peter Whittingham. Obviously Peter Whittingham. Yes. So I do hope you all enjoy that. So things will get better for the Bluebirds. I believe that, and I believe further down the road, I think that obviously things will be better for the Bluebirds. So 2 more minutes, lads. 2 minutes to get your questions in. Obviously, I think there's only one person watching, but if you want your questions in and if you want to ask anything about Cardiff, go for it. I think I covered everything to do with Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I think that the teams going down from the Prem are going to be West Brom. Of course, they're already down, let's be fair. Stoke and Swansea. Now, Swansea's a big topic to talk to. Obviously, if you're a Swansea fan, I'm sorry, but I think Swansea could get caught out in all this. Like, obviously, people would expect someone like Stoke, Southampton to go down, because Southampton's squad ain't that good. And Stokes ain't that good, but they're fighting Stoke. So the teams I don't want to go down from the Prem are Huddersfield. I would like to say, well, Brighton's safe as they are. But yeah, so relegation from the Prem, it's got to be West Brom, Swansea, Stoke. No, Southampton. Stoke's a fighting team. So we've got 10 seconds left. So thank you for watching, everyone. More podcast streams will be happening. So I hope you all enjoy that. And I'll see you all next time.